The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you get the Dow Industrials down 9, Nasdaq is off 5, S&Ps are down 350, and that is quite a comeback, folks, from where these futures were. You can expect more volatility as we get in this marketplace big time. Euro, over in Europe, folks, bottom line is that what you have out here is that you have the DAX down 0.6%. The FTSE, the DAX is down 1.2. The FTSE is down 0.6. We go take a look at the gold contract. Gold. What gold has done is this: GCZ gold this morning was down $10. Not that that's a lot of bread. It's not. Bottom line is that it rejected lower price, had lower volume, all of the above, and then we went to 1151. And what that was doing is just going into where we had strength on the 9th. Okay, so the 9th, you go topside with 5,600 contracts. We came down this morning with that's pretty amazing, with 827 contracts. And then what do? Two separate 10-minute bars with big juice coming into it. This gold contract is going to go right after this 1160. 860 area that was hit out here yesterday. We take a look at the silver contract. Silver's the same type of setup. Silver wants to get into higher price. Now, let's go take a look at the E-minis. Okay, so what we have with the E-minis, you have two separate pushes forward up here today. And if we pull this up, what you're going to see is this. The high last night was 220. Let's see. Yeah, 2012. 2012 is the high that was generated out there at 10:30 last night. You come down. First leg down was at 0430 this morning. You get down to 1996. You do the counter trend bounce up to 27. You get back down to 1996. Now what you're doing is that you're going to go up and test this 2010 level. And the bottom line, these three separate bars have juice in it. The real key is going to be, can you get up and over this 210? We'll find out real quickly, too. We go take a look at the NQs. What do you have inside the NQs? Same type of setup inside the NQs. NQZ, yeah. So we're at 72 right now. That little baby. You're high out there. Okay, so the NQs are dying on the vine. This is interesting. Yeah. Okay. So here, so check this out. This is pretty cool. So this way, there's a differential out here, and it's pretty intense. This is what the differential is. The NQs just got over the 4372. The volume, however, is dropping off dramatically. So I suspect what you're going to have is it's the 4374. That's what it's testing. It's testing the high that was generated out here on at 9:30 yesterday morning. I suspect that's going to be the end of that move. And if we go inside the NDX 100 to see what the strength is versus the weakness, this is what you have. The strength inside the NDX 100 right now is Tesla. Tesla's up $5.69. You have Wind Resorts up 128, Green Mountains up 89, and Net Appliances up 43. Taken away from it. On the way down, you have JD.com down 83, Monster.com's down 318, Avco Technologies off 265, and Liberty Financial is down 68. We go over and we take a look at the IBB, what we have inside the IBB. Let's see what she's doing. So she's flat. She's down 120, but that's flat for the IBB, that's for sure. Regeneron, which was up $25 yesterday, that is down to 760 right now. Amgen, AMGN. Amgen is down 250, and we go take a look at Apple, and Apple's flat. Gonna be going to be pretty wild day out here, no doubt about it. Now, what you can expect, let's go over to the gold market. If we go take a look at a few of these gold stocks, if we take a look at an Eco Eagle first, an Eco Eagle rejected lower price out here this morning. We got to 27.55. These things are going to have juice in them too, man. This is going to be wild watching this shake out. These things are going to go after their highs. Like an Eco Eagle, this is almost, it looks to me like you've set another ABC up. And this would be a nice one too, because 24.21 would be A. It's a 5-point, which would get you 32.47, which 34.89 is the highs out there. If we go take a look at Wrangle Resources, GOLD, same setup. Yeah, there's some nice setups out here. Some of the high volume stocks in this market, what you have is this. We have EMC is down 37 cents. Molson Coors, that's getting taken over by InBev. That's up 9.20. You get JetBlue down 193. American Airlines is off 25. Micron is up 10. Netflix is down $1.10. Some of the Dow stocks out here, you get Big Blue down 116. Oxy is off 6 cents. Let's go to the XLE. Okay, so XLE, you get a small roll over here. We'll see whether that can pull back slightly. See what this oil market's doing. See if we can get some juice on a pullback here. Oil CLX5. I think we're on Z right now, actually. No, it's only CLX5. We're still juicing up the X. Yeah, we're still on X. Okay, so oil got down to 46.60 thus far. You're at 47. See, oil's rejecting lower price too. These commodities want to move, man. Inside the commodity market out here today, you have cocoa up almost 2%. Beans are up 1.4. Wheat's up 1.4. And at 3:30 this afternoon, folks, we will have Sal Gilberti on. Sal is the president of TCREAM Funds. He's going to be talking about the reports that came out Friday. Crude is up 1.2%. On the downtown leg, you have sugar down 1%. Cattle is off 0.4. Let's go take a look at natural gas. So that's right now, natural gas is up a quarter a penny. And this little baby, okay, so I can see what Dave's talking about. Okay, so what you did do intraday out here, you rejected 2.716, and this thing does want to go after 277. And you get back inside 2.78, and that thing will run up to 2.87. So there is a little action inside of that whole area. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at J.P. Morgan Chase. J.P. Morgan Chase, folks, is coming out with numbers after the close out here today. I believe let me see. I think Wells Fargo came out this morning. No, I guess they didn't come out, but they're buying. Wells Fargo bought all the, I think they bought a huge amount off GE. Okay, so Wells Fargo agreed to buy $32 billion in assets from General Electric and take on about 3,000 employees. Big numbers, as the industrial giant is retreating from the financial services. You want to hear something really wild, folks? So check this out. This is amazing, actually. The European banks, right? You know, when I was reading this, I thought I knew that banks have big leverage. There's no doubt about that. What I didn't realize is that, okay, so check this out. Switzerland's finance ministry is asking the country's biggest banks to comply with too big to fail rule modeled on U.S. standards after rejecting requests from the UBS Group and Credit Suisse for easier terms, according to people briefed. The ministry will demand that lenders have capital equal to 5% of total assets, in line with U.S. leverage ratio for the biggest banks and above the 3% minimum set in a global agreement. Now, when I was always looking at the fiat system, my understanding was that the banks, it was a 10-to-1 ratio. Bottom line is that this is saying that even our ratio is 95. So it's 5 to 95. They're saying in Europe right now it's 3. So that is like just amazing. So $3, you need $3 in the books to lend $97 out. $97 in air. You can see how banks make so much money. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. You don't have money. You lend out 97% of your assets. You're collecting interest on 97% of your assets, and you can see why banks have it made. I mean, that's amazing. That's like insane. Just think about that for a second. You don't have money, but yet you're getting interest on that money. But the leverage ratio is just beyond belief. Pretty wild. 877-927-6648. Okay, let's go to the small caps. Small caps are in the green right now. And these small caps, so we got to the IWM got to a price point of 115.07. It's rejecting that price. And this would be pretty cool, man, because if this could get to 116.14, that would be the sell. Because what you're going to have here, watch this is going to be, if this works out correctly, this would be pretty cool. This would be a last engulfing on a daily basis. Let me pull this up. It looks, a last engulfing, by the way, folks, it looks bullish, but it's bearish. When you open at lows and you close up at the highs, and if you get lighter volume simultaneously, it's a beautiful thing. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks, and get ready. Buckle up, baby, because volatility is here and it's not going away. Gonna be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? taking something that's good for you, something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 11. NASDAQ is up 1. S&Ps are flat. And inside the Dow Industrials, strength versus the weakness is what you have out here. Strength is United Health. That is up 249 at 125. Goldman is up 234. We're going to go back to Goldman because Goldman's going to be a decent indication of how these financials are going to shake and bake. Intel is up 14 cents. You have Disney up 45. Now, taken away from it, on the way down, United Technologies is off $1.14. You have Johnson & Johnson off 80 cents. Big Blue is down 124. Walmart is down 52. And let's go back to Goldman first. Okay, so Goldman's up 225. You get 180,000 shares traded, which isn't bad, by the way. 6 times 2. It's going to be a close call. So this is what you have. Goldman on Thursday got to a price point of 182.29. You did 1.2 million. Now you gave it up on price, and you can. This is you can. It's a little bit tricky. You can say, okay, you're pushing the highs or pushing the lows. Because we're already over that price point, it's like, okay, that's your benchmark. Now, it's certainly a lot lighter than the downdraft that's going into. That downdraft had 2.8 million. And that number, so the failure would be 183.05. It's going to be pretty cool looking at this deal, no doubt seeing, okay, how it comes into it and can it hold price. We go back over to JP Morgan because JP Morgan is going to be coming out after the close today. JP Morgan, right now, JP Morgan's got 2.1 million. You're at 61.76. And 61.75 is the number. If JP Morgan can't close over 61.75, that little baby is going to go into lower price before it tries to get into higher price. Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing.
I wanted to ask you what you think about the new mini DAX that's coming out later this month.
I don't even know about it.
Okay, well, I got an email today from the Eurex exchange.
Okay.
And they were just announcing it.
Yeah,
so,
you know, I heard the DAX is a great thing to trade. I don't trade it, but I know, you know, a lot of future traders do. I don't.
Okay.
But,
well,
you know, but I will find out about it. You know,
okay.
I know that I believe the larger contract is pretty intense, or the contract, and that's why they probably have to come out with the mini DAX.
Well, yeah, that and the margin is real high. So, but anyway.
You mean the leverage is high, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the futures are. Yeah, you can leverage quite a bit, which is really kind of sweet as long as you basically get out of town just as quick as you get into town.
Well, it runs a lot like the Nadex does.
Yeah, the difference is, though, and this is what's pretty cool, folks, is that the Nadex product is always a defined risk product. So like when you trade the Nadex future, you trade the Nadex, whatever you're putting up, that's all you can lose. When you trade futures, which I trade also all the time, you can lose, a lot more than you put up. That's always important to understand, right?
Well, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Cooking, brother.
Okay, Tom. Well, thank you.
And we'll find out about that. I'm sure there's going to be traders out there that are trading that product. And I believe that we have a couple traders in the den that trade that DAX product.
Okay.
Okay, Cooking, brother.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, man. Now, let's go over, this is this NDX, man. This bounce here, this is pretty wild, man, watching this thing shake out. Okay, so let's see what we got. You have Tesla is up $5. That is off. That's after the stock just went from 271 down to 211. So that's a dead cat bounce. The real question is, can you get more juice? No, Tesla looks like it's done for the day. Okay. So let's go next. Green Mountain. Green Mountain's up $1.19. That's dead meat. This gets always interesting when, okay, so Biogen is up $5. Look at this. This is wild. So Biogen just went from 261 up to 269. That's dead also. This is wild, man. So the first three, folks, the first three are all dead cat bounce. And Micron has already come off the bottom. But you know what that's saying? That's saying that, listen, when all said and done out here today, we're going to be in the red. Trader's paradise, folks. Stay right there. We'll come right back. Dow right now is up 3. Nasdaq's up 5. S&P's are down $1.50. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 8. You get the NASDAQ up 5. S&Ps are off $1.50. And don't forget, coming up next, we have our Mr. Basil Chapman. He's going to be growling with you. Then we're going to beautiful Chicago. We got our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim. He has the option program from 12 to 1. Then, of course, we got Steve Rhodes, Dave White, and we'll be back here this afternoon with you. Volatility out here, if we go take a look at the where we've been versus the last 8 hours, you've just did 100% move of a move inside the future markets, folks. And this is a beauty, man. It's really a trip. So watch this little baby here, because what we just did, the volume has just dropped off dramatically, and that's what it takes in order to get to lower price. So you're at 10:35, so you're 5 minutes into the bar. The top of this bar, the bar I'm talking about is 2010, okay? The high for last night was 2012, but 2010 is the number. The reason 2010 is your number is if you go back over to 9:40 yesterday morning, that was 2008. And this is what you have. So you come off the bottom, and it had the juice, 66,000 contracts. As you go up, it starts losing the juice. The last 10 minutes, we did 42,000, and right here, you're not going to do, you might do 40,000. So the real key is going to be, do you close under 2010? That's the number, and we're right at it right now. You close under that, and what that will do, that'll set up another leg down to the bottom of the range that we're in right now. It's a nice range, by the way, because that bottom of that range is 96, and the top of it is 210. That's 14 points. That's 14 S&P points. That's a big number. We go over to the NDX, NQZ. So inside the NDX, the setup is also there. Let's see if we get the juice as it whacked out the top of this range right here. So NDX also is, that volume's also dying. So, man, it's really wild when this thing goes in harmony. So the NDX, we hit 4380. The benchmark is really like 7.9. The lower benchmark, if the NDX gets back under the 7.1, we're at 7.5 right now, that thing will fast and furious right down to, it doesn't have to go to the bottom of it, but it would lay out at 4.355. So you can expect that we're gonna get some juice here. Couldn't bust it up. Guess what? They're gonna try to bust it down. It's just absolutely wild. Now what we are gonna have, there's gonna be huge amounts of numbers, earnings that are coming into play. The thing that's pretty cool here, folks, is this: is that when you have a counter trend bounce like this, which is huge. No, this was a huge bounce, and you still get Europe down. It's like, man, you got to be kidding me. Okay, these money managers aren't just going to be selling Europe down and not selling us down. It just doesn't go like that. So we'll see where this whole thing does shake out in the next hour, because you have Europe that closes in an hour, and right now that baby still can't handle higher price. Let's go take a look at Asia last night. So Asia, we go to the Hang Seng. Hang Seng. So that just rolled over slightly, nothing heavy. Shanghai. I want to look at Shanghai because what Shanghai did have the prior night is that thing had volume, man. That came off those lows with volume. You know, okay, so it was a flat market last night, but Shanghai is actually saying, you know, that bottom might be in. It's going to be pretty cool watching this shake out. And your confirmation would come down as to what kind of retracement you get. Because Shanghai, man, did some big juice. Now, we haven't got to a swing point, and that's where the market talks, walks, and squawks. So that's important to keep your head wrapped around. You know, but that could happen. I mean, you know, bottom line is that you could do a nice bounce up to, well, it's only 33.73. Hey, this thing could have just planted in a nice little bottom. We'll find out. We'll find out on the retracement. That's the number. On the retracement, we'll see how that baby is reacting. We go to the XAU, the HUI. In both cases, folks, bottom line, they want a much higher price. And if you'd like to test drive the gold report, folks, great time to do it. You can test drive it 30 days, absolutely free. Just come over to our website at TFNN, and you can test drive this baby. Whether it's the XAU, the HUI, they all have juice underneath them. And this leg here is going to be interesting because they're both right now right at the highs that were generated out here on the 21st. They got over those highs on the weekly, and they had volume as they got over those highs. What that sets up that it wants to make a run up to this 186 in the HUI, and that's quite a way. What does happen, of course, is that because we come down so quick, guess what? You can go back up just as quick, and that's what you have happening out here. We go take a look at the Exxon Mobils and the Chevrons of the world. This is where, you know, they're refusing to back off. This would be interesting if they don't back off at all. But if you are interested in getting that market, I'd wait. I'd wait more. That's the real bottom line, because when you come off lows, which these things have been going down for about a year and a half, most times you just don't go up and out of there. You know, they have to build a base for quite a bit. And this base only got started building on August 28th. So I expect you're going to see a longer period of time that base is going to come into being. We go back over to the IBB for a second. And she, right now, can't seem to get any traction. What is going to be interesting is that if you look at the inflows and the outflows of the IBB, it's really dramatic. And you got to remember something, that each and every time that you get an outflow of the IBB, well, they got to sell all those stocks. You get an inflow, they'll buy the stocks. What the differential is, and it's pretty cool, folks, is that they showed the differential. Let me pull this back for a second, because if you want to see the differential, it's pretty amazing. The difference, this is what the difference is. In the 2011 spike on the way down, 2014 rather, when we went from 275 into 207, the difference inside the IBB was that it had a lot less market cap because there was a lot less funds in it, and the bottom line is that the amount of buying there sustained itself and no doubt got it going. This level here, however, the withdrawals are a monster coming out of there, which would make sense, by the way, okay? And each and every time that, of course, that they withdraw out of the ETF structure, bottom line is that they got to sell the stocks. I suspect what is going to happen in the next downdraft, it is going to be the ETF structures again that basically put a spin on this market, because there's enough ETF structures out here now that when the ETFs get sold, which large managers buy and sell 100,000 of these like in a heartbeat, the individual equities get hit. As the individual equities get hit, it's just the chicken-egg deal in a big way. That's just how that lays out. Let's go take a look at Big Blue, because Big Blue pulling back once again. Oh, sorry. Let's go to Marie in the area. Hey, Marie, how are you?
I'm fine.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
Sure. I wanted to ask you about natural gas. I don't know if you'd covered it yet. And I'm in the UGAZ. And I've been a little disappointed the volume just isn't there.
Yeah, let's take a look. I had our man Dave from Clearwater. Let's see here. I gotta read you. Dave's great, man. I gotta read you the text this morning. See, Dave's one of my neighbors, folks. So we're little trading buddies. So you're gonna love this. Good morning, Tom. NGX is moving. You might want to buy the next retracement. Check out the 10-minute chart. Take care. I said thanks, Dave. So, needless to say, it's great when the Tigers and Tigresses keep us up to date on natural gas. Now. Okay, so let's look here. Let me pull up the natural gas. When I just looked at it, it looks like it wants to go right now. Intraday anyway, you know. So let's see. We're at 275 on the actual contract. We've got this 271. So it's rejected lower price, has lighter volume against that. $278. So now UGAZ. Okay, so the UGAZ, folks, is the 3 times natural gas exchange traded note. But yeah, you still don't have volume on this. There's no buyers. You know. So I mean, when I look at natural gas, Marie, I mean, it looks like it wants to go a little bit higher. It's not like it wants to go a lot higher right now.
Yeah.
So I'd be careful, especially,
well,
you know, this is one.
I have a small profit, and I was just debating whether to just take it and sit on the sideline.
Let me see this for a second. What I would do is this. You could hold it to the end of the day. I mean, this could get to 645 today, and you're at 636. It looks like intraday, what it just did is that it just rejected. You know how we went up at 940, so you went from 620 up to 634 up to 645. You just pulled back. Now we had 500,000 shares there. You just pulled back in with 119,000. So you can wait to the end of the day. But yeah, I wouldn't be hanging in that, particularly overnight, because what you do have with that, you know, it's a 300% leverage. And natural gas has been going back and forth on a consolidation. And any of those leveraged products, folks, a 200 or 300% leveraged product, if you're in a consolidation, the bull and the bear position will lose money. That's mathematically, that's how they're set up. Not on purpose, but that's what happens. Because they reset themselves every day, Marie.
Right, right.
You know?
Well, that's why I was thinking, well, I've got a small profit. Maybe I just take it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. So I tend to overstay on some things. So
I think what happens is that, you know, certain times of the trading, you know, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, I think all of us, sometimes you take profits quicker and sometimes you don't. And what I've always found is if you take them quicker, for some reason, then not for some reason, you make more money. You know, but the key is, what always blows my mind, folks, is this, is that if you don't take the profits, it seems like the accounts can always get more red than they get green. It's like, you know, it's that quick too, you know, so it's like, and then when you take them, then you realize that, oh my God, hold it, it's more than you think, and you're just taking little amounts at a time, but all of a sudden it adds up pretty dramatically. You know?
Yeah, well, that's like I got out of Chevron a little early. I didn't expect it to do quite so well.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, darn.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, well, maybe natural gas will surprise me too, but it isn't. It isn't. So.
No, it hasn't yet. No doubt. No doubt.
Oh well. So I guess it doesn't hurt to wait in the weeds for a while for things to declare themselves.
It doesn't, and I think I would concentrate on the Chevron trade, the ExxonMobil trade. I think that's something you'd be able to trade for a while. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what's cool about those trades, folks. And I've traded. I like trading the oils. The reason I like trading the oils is that what happens is that they trade in large consolidations, And if you are trapped like rats, well, good. You're trapped in a Chevron or Exxon. You know, it's like if you're going to be trapped, man. You know, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? That's not a bad place to be trapped. Versus, you know.
Well, the dividend alone makes it.
And no, it does. It does. You know?
Yeah. All right. Well, it's moving up. We'll see if it has any juice.
That's a beautiful thing.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Have a great one. Have a safe one. I love it. One of the Tigers says, I grew up on a farm. Waiting in the weeds could be good, especially among the wild weeds. I like that. Okay, so what do we have out here? Let's see. If we take a look at the SPYs right now, on a 10-minute, we got, you're right at the top of the range here. We'll see whether they can, you know, hey, listen, it's trying to get over this 201.89 area. You've made a 74. We'll see if it got the juice to get over it. You know, if you do get over it intraday, this could be a small ABC up, which would be really wild, man. I mean, you know, because the bottom line is it's been trying to do this on a 10-minute basis since the 9th at the open. If we go into the QQQs, what do you have with the Qs? Qs, the same setup. Exact same setup. The Qs are trying to get over 109.898. You've hit 106.98, and we hit 107 in the Qs. The Qs, however, when it hit the 107, well, you had 500,000. It needs 679. You need more juice inside that. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow Industrials right now are up 8. Nasdaq's up 6. S&Ps are down $1.50. We're going to be right back, folks. You got gold up $1. Silver's up 8 cents. Bonds continue to stay flat. Down 2 for the 10, 3 for the 30. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 2. You get the NASDAQ up 6. S&Ps are down $1.50. And if we go take a look at these S&Ps again, bottom line is that depending on what your style of trading is, if you are an intraday trader out here, this wouldn't be a bad spot to basically sell it away, folks, because what you have, you're dealing with 2-0. And you're dealing with 2010 at the highs, and guess what? You don't have to give it anything, and you'd be looking for, in this case, let me put this on a 10-minute for a second. What you'd be looking at on the way down is the last time that we had the juice is right there. Well, it's 6 points, 2040. Doesn't mean that it doesn't have to go to the bottom, but 2040 would be a good number. If we look at the NQs, the way the NQs are set up, and what does, I happen to like the NQs better just because what happens is that inside the NQs you can look at, keep your eye on Apple to see what's happening with Apple, see what's happening with the IBB. And so the NQs were at 83. Now this just spiked. Oh, that's going to be interesting watching this. Okay, so here you go. This is the spike. Let's see what we got. You're at 55. We'll see where they get the juice. So the spike here right now in the NQs as we're talking, that spike, bottom line, you got over it. If it has the juice, this thing will go. It can go a lot higher too. And let's see where it's getting juice in it. It's getting juice in it. So this baby right now, let me see where we're at right now. We are at 4385. Yeah, that don't do the NQs yet. You'd want the NQs to get under 4381.50. That's what you need. You need a failure at that point, because if you don't get a failure at that point, they will go up to this 4441, which would be a mind blower. We'll see whether we get that failure, whether it's fast or furious. Many times what happens is that when you get a spike like this, that's it. It's a spike to take out the stops. The operator's trying to see, okay, do we have any more buy stops up there? What do we have on top of us? So this does have the juice, though. So this is going to say that at least the highs of this future market will get tested again, because right now, thus far, we've done 7,100 contracts, and 7,100 is enough to at least get a retest of that area. you close in the next 3 minutes and you close over that area, that'll set up a test of the high, which into option expiration will be quite a trip, no doubt about that. The E-minis, this is where it gets really wild again, because the E-minis, see if they got up and over them yet. They haven't, and they're going to fail. So watch. Okay, so in that context, because of the E-minis, that is bringing the probability higher that the Nasdaq's going to fail also. Now, the E-minis have the juice also, but they haven't got the price. The E-minis have to get over the 14 area, and it got to 13. So, needless to say, this is still going to be a nice day in the trading of all of these babies, because these spikes, and you watch that E-mini, because if that E-mini can't handle it, and it looks like it's not going to handle it, you're going to see the Nasdaq pull back right under that 4381 before this 10-minute is up. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next. Growl on a problem with you. Then we go to TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim headquarters. Kevin Hanks, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself will be back here. Have a great day, safe day. Stay right there. Basil's coming right up, folks. Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.